See, I'm the type of dude that if I tell you something, I believe in it. Now, I may be wrong. I've been wrong on a lot of things in my life. But I'm one of them dudes that kind of stay out of public vision, try to downplay who I am and all that stuff. Like if I'm selling crack, I'm going to look like a crackhead and never smoke crack. I never snorted powder, never did heroin. Now, I can say I'm an alcoholic. I used to smoke weed a lot, but that shit wouldn't get me the jobs I want because I get jobs that pay a lot of money. And they drug tests random. So I was like, fuck that weed. I'm going to get paid to take care of my kids. I mean, I'll give you a story. Back when I was a kid, I used to go to sleep under my bed after I locked the door so nobody could find me. They'll be thinking I'm gone. And I'm in the room sleeping under the bed. My mama can testify to that. I don't like all that attention on me. And it's funny because I could rap real fucking good. But shit, I didn't like people looking at me like that, man. People noticed me in Lakeside Mall one time. Me and Doc Can was in there, man. I was about to go get me some shoes. And he talking about, that's the dude from the concert. Oh, no. Hell no. Hell no. I got the hell out of there. I told that nigga, man, let's go. After that, I went to telling all my partners that I'm going to start painting my face when I go on stage so they can't recognize me. And they all could say it. Hassie will tell you, Dakan will tell you, Sifa will tell you, and Chief will tell you that I wanted to paint my face so I didn't get recognized when I'm out in public. Because I don't like that shit. Nah, fuck the fame, man. Niggas be clout chasing and doing all kinds of crazy ass shit. Man, I don't be wanting to be recognized when I'm out in public. Shit. I'm the type of nigga that'll see you and know who you is in a store or something. Or on a block. And nigga, I hide my face and don't speak to you. It ain't cause I'm hating on you. It's cause I don't like all that fucking attention. I don't like that shit. I don't think that's cool. Some people think it's cool, they like it, you know, and I don't knock it. I don't knock the cats who do it because most of my partners, they had all the attention. They was looking for that attention. But I wasn't never him. I was that dude that all my partners that wanted that attention knew I could make good plans and I could make money. And plus, I'm cool as a motherfucker. I don't really be tripping unless you tripping. If you go to tripping and shit, you ain't gave me no choice. But I like to avoid all that shit. I don't want to be seen. I like to go to stores that nobody know me. Shit. I be walking around this motherfucker. Don't nobody have a clue who the fuck I am. And I like it like that. I used to be popular back in high school and middle school and all that. But I that's when I realized I didn't want this shit. Shit, I don't want everybody coming at me, want to talk and all this shit. Fucking girls approaching me and they just go to rattling off. I don't want that shit for my life. No. Then I get with a woman like my wife or any other women I dealt with, and they want to rattle off in the fucking bed next to you, and I'll be like, man, I don't want to hear this shit. I know some niggas be wanting to hear that shit, but I be like, I don't want to hear that shit. You talking about other people business and all. I don't care about what they doing. I'm old school. I don't give a fuck what they doing, long as it ain't affecting me. Now, when this shit affecting me and my people, yeah, then I won't hear it. But most of the times, I be ducked off chilling. I remember I used to always go to the barber all the time. I get my hair cut and all this stuff. And women start thinking I was a pretty boy. So I used to get a few little flirts. Yeah, I used to get a few little flirts. Shit, I ain't like that shit. I start not getting my hair cut and letting my fucking hair grow on my face and in my head. I'm like, I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't want you to be noticing me. But when you see me, I want to look rugged so you could turn your head. They be talking about, oh, you got some pretty eyes. Oh my God. Shit, so I start wearing glasses or shades, or I wear a top hat that cover my eyes so they can't see it. I ain't never been that dude. I study the Bible. I've been studying the Bible since I was 13. I'm 47 now. I ain't got time for all that shit. If I want a woman, I'm going to approach her. But it's rare that I do that now because a certain agenda is out here and you won't know if it's a woman or an ex-man. No. I'm good on that, man. I'm good. Shit, I got motherfucking 6 kids. That's all I need. I don't need to make no more. I'm happy with them. And they expensive as hell. By the way, I got 1 boy and 5 girls. So I'm a feminist. I'm a motherfucking feminist. Cause shit, I'll tell you another story. Motherfucking my son. He did something that he wasn't supposed to do. He got stopped by the cops, but I heard about it before he got stopped by the cops. Shit, I ran up on the motherfucking cops and they set up there let my boy go with no bond. He had to do a little misdemeanor probation stuff. But I don't play about them kids and my daughters. Oh Lord. They hit daddy out of money, money, money. They don't care. I need my hair done. I want some new clothes. Daddy, you got this money, Ooh. But I love them to death. I wouldn't trade nothing in this world for them. I give them my last. And I just have to struggle. But shit, more kids? Nah, I'm good. I remember I was dealing with this bitch. I was actually on a run. And I went to Natchitoches, Louisiana. My wife was alive then. And she got mad because I went to jail again, because she told me, if you go to jail again, I'm leaving you. And shit, I caught a 90-day turnaround. Now, just to know that I ain't do the shit that got me there. Well, no, I did do that shit. I did get drunk. I'm going to go deeper in the story. What made me a felon is cops kept planting weed on me. They planted weed on me like 2 or 3 times. And then they planted crack on me, but I beat the crack charge. But Judge Windhurst, that dirty son of a bitch, talking about I'm only going with the evidence presented. And I'm like, my hair's evidence, because I was working at Marathon Oil Refinery. Everybody know I don't smoke no motherfucking weed. If I do smoke weed, I might hit that bitch like 1, 2 times. And that's rare. If you see me hit a fucking blunt, boy, you better celebrate. It must be a good motherfucking day. But Judge Windhurst sat up there and gave me felony probation. Job, bitch. I ended up getting caught drunk. One day I was at work, and on the day I was at work, because we was building some banks in on a North Shore. What is the name of that town? I can't remember the name of that fucking town. But we was building some banks and stuff. But when the job was almost done, the owners came there and had a celebration with all the crowdfunders and all this. They bought crawfish, they had liquor, all kinds of stuff. So nigga, I started drinking. And then they told us we could do a half a day because we was ahead of schedule. I started drinking while I was on house arrest. And it's illegal to drink while you're on house arrest. For all y'all who don't know, don't do nothing on house arrest. But I sat up there. I left at like 12 o'clock. By the time I got to my house, it was like, well, close to my house. It was like 1:30. And man, my wife ended up calling me. She didn't even know about the fucking party, but she called me. Talk about, you need to come get these kids. They driving me crazy. Because they was real small then. I think my son was like a little over 2, and my daughter wasn't even 1 yet. So she had to change Pampers and all this. I respect it now. But back then I was like, shit. I drove my motherfucking ass on a dump, bumped into one of my partners who had just got out of jail for doing 5 years. And me and him went and got drunk. We ended up in Kenner. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I got Man, look, you need to find a ride home, boy. I gotta go. You like, nah, man, bring me home. I'm still drinking on the ride and shit. Yes, I was drinking and driving. I regret it. You know, I'm not mad that I had to do that 90-day turnaround. I'm mad at the cop who arrested me. Because he was a dirty motherfucker. That's one of the motherfuckers that planted that shit on me. Because he knew my name. But I sat up here and drive over to Lil Farms gym. It was Lil Farms gym. When I left the dump, I dropped him off, drive to Lil Farms gym, parked there at the kids well, some baseball game. I don't know if it was kids, because I ain't never get out to see. But I knew it was time for kids to get off school. So I wasn't about to drive around drunk when kids getting out of school, because I ain't about to hit nobody kid. I took my keys out the ignition, laid it across the front seat and went to sleep. That motherfucker knew my car. So he pulled up and knocked on the top of my roof. Like, what's going on, man? Now, mind you, I'm on house arrest. I'm like, what's going on, man? He like, what you doing around here? I said, sleeping. Can't you tell? Now, why are you sleeping around here? Now, mind you, I stayed like 5 minutes from where I was at. Because I was staying on Elm Street in Metairie. He like, why you sleeping around here? Because I'm drunk, man. He like, man, get out the car. I want to give you a breathalyzer. This the same dirty motherfucker that planted drugs on me. I get out the car. No, he didn't do the breathalyzer first. He had a field sobriety officer or something like that. Dude gave me a field sobriety test, and I passed it. That motherfucker said, take him to Gretna and give him a breathalyzer after I passed the test. The cop who was bringing me to Gretna was like, man, that dude's an asshole. You passed the test. He's like, I'm a drive the long way in case you are drunk so you can sober up. And I'm like, I'm telling him, man, I'm drunk. I'm serious. I'm drunk. I don't want to fucking drive around these kids. So dude, like, he an asshole, man. That motherfucker, I can't stand that motherfucker. That's what the white boy telling me. It was a Mexican that actually did that shit. Pull that bullshit and planted them drugs on me. At least I ain't gonna say he was a Mexican. He was Spanish. Let me say that. Man, I went to that motherfucking jail, and boy, I blew that breathalyzer up. I was drunk to the motherfucker. Because when you're on house arrest, you don't get out often. See, that's what a lot of people don't realize. When you get a chance to get a little freedom, and I had to be inside by 6 o'clock, so I got off at 12. Shit, I got a little free time, which was a bad move. Shit, my wife wasn't feeling that shit. She wasn't feeling that shit at all. She went back to Atlanta because she was from Atlanta. I met her on vacation to go visit my brother after Hurricane Katrina. Man, my wife left with my kids. So I ended up in Natchitoches once I got out. I was building some schools. What was the school's name? Some elementary school I was building. I can't think of it. Terrytown Elementary. I was building that school, and shit. Then I went and built St. Mary's Girl Academy off Chef Mentor after that, and me and this Spanish chick got into it. She went to, because everybody thought, she always requested that I work with her. So everybody thought we had something going on. But she only liked white men. But she used to play along with the shit. And I'm like, man, stop telling these people this shit. Because I went to texting her because we had exchanged numbers. I'm like, stop playing along with that shit. Stop playing with them like that. She like, oh, I think it's funny. I think it's fun. It ain't funny. It ain't fucking funny. If we ain't sleeping together, then we don't need to be talking about like we is. So she sat up there and, well, let me say what I did. She kept on talking about she think it's funny. She think it's funny through the text. So I told her, if you think it's funny, won't you give me some of that hairy ass pussy? Yeah, I did text that shit. That bitch sent it to the owner of the company. Oh, the owner came on a job. I showed him the text messages though. So he wasn't tripping. Man, just stay away from her. So she ended up telling all the union and all this, but she had already got 4 other dudes in trouble with sexual harassment. And she wasn't no bad bitch. She wasn't ugly. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give her like a 7. I'll give her a 7. But they start separating me and her from work. So I'm cool then. Then this bitch requested me on another job in Avondale. I ain't gonna front. She went to talking to me about relationships and all this shit. I'm like, bitch, what you just tried to do to me? I don't want nothing to do with you. Shit. And then I had just got off house arrest, even though they tried to beat me out of some extra money. But I had the receipts to prove that I paid for all that shit. They be stealing money. Y'all gotta keep y'all receipts. They be pocketing some of that change. Keep your receipts. So my house arrest officer, he left me alone. Even though I still had felony probation, misdemeanor probation. They wanted me to do what's that shit? Where you be working at they fucking police stations and shit. I don't remember the name of it. And then they wanted me to do defensive driving. And I wasn't even fucking they gave me weed. I wasn't even smoking weed. So shit. And my wife, she talking about she ain't coming back. Shit. Nigga, I went on a run. I ended up in Natchitoches, Louisiana. And a chick I got with, see, I brought my kids out there. I went and got my kids from my wife and brought my kids out there. She told me, you either got to choose between me or these kids. I said, shit, well, you ain't gave me no choice. So I bailed. Now, women want you to take care of them and their kids. But a single father with kids, they don't want nothing to do with your kids. And I ain't got time for that shit. I love my babies. Shit, I can't see living without them. I love them. I was raised like that. That's one thing the men in my family did. Make sure they kids good if they could. We don't play about the babies. But to the kids, show your parents respect. Try your best at least. As long as they ain't antagonizing you and beating up on you for nothing, show them respect. Because parents go through a whole lot to take care of y'all. And I ain't make this for the kids, but I know some of y'all gonna be watching anyway. Make sure the parents are good. And they gonna make sure you good. Because once you start getting old, well, once the parents start getting old, shit go downhill from there. I'm just being real with you. Y'all be cool.